Hi guys, and welcome back to my 28-week pregnancy update. Today it is going to be uploaded on time for once. I am 29 weeks tomorrow, so I like to get it up the day before the week ticks over. I haven't uploaded really anything else on this channel, you've probably noticed, because I just really have been having a bad week. Even today I'm not well. I've just sat while all the kids are having their breakfast and just done my makeup in the kitchen. To try and make myself feel a little bit better to film, but yeah, so just don't be fooled by the fact that I've got my makeup on. I'm in my husband's t-shirt and I am just chilling because I just really don't feel great at all. So I wanted to update you on some things that happened this week. So my last pregnancy update went up last Wednesday and I filmed that and then took quite a turn for the worse. Not obviously anything too bad, but the day kind of just went bad. Not like I didn't end up in hospital or anything, but like it just went a bit funny. I started to feel really dizzy. I've probably mentioned feeling dizzy in these chats before because I do faint quite a lot. I have dizzy spells a lot whether I'm pregnant or not, and being pregnant just makes me a lot more dizzy, and I have actually passed out a few times in my life from it getting to that point where you actually pass out. But if you do suffer from fainting and faintness, you'll know that you don't always pass out. It gets to this point, it's hard to explain, I've explained it before in a video, that you kind of feel this feeling like at the back of your head, and if you don't acknowledge it, which obviously it's hard not to, but I know in some situations like my anxiety is quite bad, so I'll like ignore it. Like I won't, most of the time I won't, but I remember being at work once and trying to just power through it, and if you do not sit down or elevate your legs or anything like that, your eyes will start to black out and it'll go black until you are blind, and then it gets to the point where that's when you would collapse. You also feel sweaty, hot, you feel like you can't breathe, your heart starts doing palpitations, and basically you need to sit down, you need to lie down, you're gonna pass out. So this happens a lot, but usually I'll sit down, it'll pass, and like I said, because I'm pregnant, it's been happening frequently. But what was happening last week was I was on my own with the children and I felt this faint coming on, so I sat down on the kitchen floor, kind of put my head down, like sat down, closed my eyes, tried to let the blood go back round, and then every single time I stood up, instantly just kept coming back. And then like to start with, I was standing up for a couple of minutes and thinking, oh god, it's coming back, and I was getting really hot and my heart was like doing these, like, I don't know, they're called heart palpitations, but unless you've had them I guess it's weird to explain. You can literally feel your heart kind of like double beating sometimes, but it feels weird in your chest because it's obviously not normal. It will, like, I don't know if it's double beating or skipping a beat, but it does something and you feel it. And it was doing that and I kept feeling like I was literally going to throw up. So I kept sitting back down and I was in the middle of cooking, so I was thinking, for goodness sake, because I needed to stand up to finish cooking. The girls were in the high chairs, the boys were at the table, they were like eating, I was cooking something, I think I was cooking some kind of cake thing and I was filming it for Instagram, but I never posted it because I just didn't. But yeah, like I said, sit down, it normally passes. So I was standing up, a couple of minutes later it happened again. So I was sitting down, and then even less, it happened again. And then it got to the point where I couldn't stand up, and then I was lying down but the feeling wasn't passing. So I was lay on the kitchen floor. Obviously the kids were all safe, I was conscious, I was awake, but I couldn't risk standing up more. I felt I literally had this feeling in my throat and it was like stomach acid, like it was like I was gonna be sick because it'd been going on for about, I don't know, it felt like forever, but it's probably only about 10-15 minutes at that point. I felt like I was gonna be sick, I was sweating, but the thing that was worrying me was the fact that it wasn't passing. So I was thinking, if I stand up anymore, like, or keep trying to get up, I'm going to pass out. And because nobody was here, I was thinking, oh goodness me, like if I had just lay there, just completely lay down, I probably would have been completely fine. But I was panicking because of the children, I couldn't just lie there all night. Like, I couldn't just lay on the floor for this faint to pass, because it just wasn't passing. So I didn't know how long it was going to feel like it for. Like, and they were in the kitchen, so I was thinking I need to get everybody into the living room so I can lie on the sofa for as long as I need to. And every time I tried to stand up to get the girls or clean them up, because they were like covered in food, and this had been happening for quite a while at this point. So they'd finished eating, they'd thrown all the food, they'd got it all over them, and I'd managed to turn off the hob. Like, it wasn't hard, like I just stood up, turned it off and sat back down. But I was panicking and I have anxiety. So I was thinking, I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna pass out, because it isn't passing. Like, normally when you sit down, it disappears and you can go about your day again. Like, once your blood's got back round, you can stop. But it wouldn't pass, and it was at this point, lying down, I still could feel it. Like, it was in my head, it wasn't going. So I started trying to contact my mom, and I was thinking, I need somebody here just to help me get the girls into the living room. This was the Wednesday, so this was before the lockdown. So I was thinking, right, I need somebody here, because I just did not feel good. Anyway, long story short, I did get help. My husband woke up eventually. He was asleep, so obviously if it had got that bad, I'd have got him, but he was on night, so I didn't want to be like a pain. But yeah, that probably sounds terrible, but I didn't want to be a pain to wake him up for his night shift. Anyway, because all I needed was to lie down. So it felt like I was being a lot more dramatic than I needed to be, but it was the children that I was worried about. If I was on my own, I'd have just been able to lie down and been fine, but I have obviously the 4 of the children, so I was just getting stressed. Anyway, so I rang the doctors a bit later on, because I still felt sick. I'd lay down for quite a while. I'd lay down for a couple of hours, and I still felt ill. And I could still, and I tried to stand up again a bit later on to cook some tea. This was like a good few hours later for myself and my husband, and the same thing happened again after I'd stood up for about 3 minutes, if that, like at the hob getting everything ready. I was like, no. And I had to sit back down, and I said, Lord, I'm not cooking you dinner, like, nah. So I rang the hospital just to see what they would suggest, whether they would suggest me going to the doctors or the midwife, or you know, just, I wasn't sure if it was a doctor's matter or a midwife's matter, because I didn't know if it was pregnancy or if it was something else. Anyway, so I went to the doctors the next day, because they recommended to get everything checked, because just in case it was something else, because I had a really bad throat, and I had all blisters on my throat, so they didn't know if it was like a virus, so they thought it was best that the doctor saw me. And I am booked in tomorrow to get my bloods done, because it's probably something to do with my bloods. If you watched my videos from last time, you'll know that I had low iron, low B12, low folate, and something else. Maybe that was it, I don't know, but I was on like a lot of medication. So I'm thinking it's just that, and it just happened to be at the same time that I had a virus. So just, but literally, or even now, talking, because I'm talking quite fast, I feel faint. Yeah, I can feel that I'm feeling faint now, just talking, because I'm not breathing correctly, and because I'm sat down like right on my bump. So yeah, this faintness is not going. I've had to take it really easy this week, which is annoying. Yesterday I did manage to do a bit of stuff I needed to get done around the house, because obviously if you watch my other video, you know that we decorated for Christmas, and my entire hallway was full of boxes and stuff like that, so I wanted to get that up out the way so the hallway was walkable. So I did manage that, but then I feel really bad again today, so it's like, I don't know if I overdid it or what, even though I really didn't do much. I obviously don't have the luxury of being able to be on bed rest because I have the 4 of the children and I have the homeschooling to do, and obviously the babies to just look after and the house to maintain. So that's the main thing that's happened this week. Obviously I haven't got the results or anything back because my bloods aren't till tomorrow, so I'll let you know after that, hopefully, what is said. And I'm seeing the midwife tomorrow too. I had to cancel my midwife appointment last week because I'm not sure why. Oh no, because of the coronavirus. I couldn't have anyone watch the children while I went in, and my husband was at work, so I had to rearrange, and it's tomorrow. So tomorrow they're doing my bloods, they're doing everything tomorrow, and I will let you know what happens then. And then the week after that we've got the scan, so that's at 30 weeks. So yep. So I think it's purely just lack of nutrients and just the baby. I also read online, obviously this isn't my first pregnancy, so it is what it is. Like, I'm aware of all this stuff that happens. It's just the fact that it's not passing. Like, it isn't anything new for me to feel faint, but yeah. So I also read online something that I hadn't read before, that apparently once the baby pushes down and like gets into the like birth position, that can put pressure on your uterus, not your uterus, your pelvis, I don't know, something like that, and make you faint more. So it might be something to do with that. Maybe the baby's just like getting down there and it's causing like blood flow issues. I'm not too sure, but yeah. So that's that. And just been feeling really faint, really weak. SPD is again worse than last week, and sure, next week I was telling you it's worse again. It's like really bad. There's not a second of not pain. There's pain now. There's pain when I move, there's pain when I don't move, there's pain when I sit, there's pain when I stand. Feel like a bit of a struck record talking about the SPD, because obviously I'm not ever going to come on here now from now till the birth and say, oh, it's got better, because it's not. So I don't know whether to even bother updating you on that or not, because just assume from now on that I'm just always in pain. Yeah, so the crutches are out. They don't really do anything, if I'm being completely honest. They're supposed to help take the weight off my hips, but my hips hurt regardless, due to probably the fact they are just back-to-back births and my pelvis just isn't healed. Sorry, I've started to feel really sick. What else? Mainly just wanted to update you guys on that. And I did just want to film. I thought about not filming, but I thought, no, get your makeup on. Obviously not like anything extravagant, but like just pop a bit of makeup on, just turn the camera on, film, you'll feel better. And I do, I always love talking to you guys. I love talking to you guys on Instagram. I've been a lot more active this week on Instagram because I've not been doing as much. Obviously you will know, oh, I don't know if you'll know, but I think I might have mentioned it, that I am on maternity leave now, which is, oh my god, such a blessing, because I am a beautician, and obviously beauticians are stopped working because of the second lockdown. So I'm finally getting to claim my maternity allowance. It hasn't come in yet, but obviously it's going to be backdated, and I now can just concentrate on the house, the children, no work, just myself and the children, which is a bonus. So I am on official maternity leave. I also, because I've not been feeling well this week, have just been chilling with the children in this, like, in the living room. We've been doing all our lessons downstairs on the downstairs laptop, and we've mainly just been chilling downstairs, doing work, movies, toys. So I've been a lot more active on social media because I haven't been as stressed and as bothered about the house, because I've just been concentrating on just trying to like feel better. But yeah, so I don't particularly feel great, but it is what it is. And I seen somebody post on Instagram yesterday, and it was a really good post, and I wish I'd shared it or posted it because I don't want to take credit for it, but it was like, I always feel like I have to do like a disclaimer like in these, like, I know I moan but that doesn't mean that I'm not extremely grateful for this pregnancy and this baby. And I say it in every video, like, it is what it is, it'll all be over, it'll all be worth it. And it's a bit, I always feel like I have to kind of watch what I say, not to offend people or have people think I'm moaning, because of course you get your baby at the end of it and it is all completely worth it. It's just, this is how I feel. Just because I do not like being pregnant does not mean that I'm not extremely grateful and looking forward to this baby. Like, it's two complete opposites. If I just, my body just does not agree with being pregnant, and there's nothing I can do about that. I could come on here and I could lie. I could say I feel great, I feel amazing. I mean, you could probably look at me and tell that I don't, but I just want to be like as transparent as possible. I know many women struggle with pregnancy, and especially with mine being back to back, whether I wanted to enjoy it or not, my body is so extremely exhausted from carrying babies that I don't think it's even remote possibility to be able to enjoy it. I get enjoyment when I feel him moving, I get enjoyment the thinking and planning about him being here, but physically being in my own body right now is terrible. I feel like like I said, I'm feeling really dizzy now talking. I'm feeling sick, I feel tired, I'm getting hot because I'm feeling dizzy. My hips are in agony. Lying in bed, I get no relief. I get in bed and I can't wait to get to bed. I can think, oh yes, I'm gonna get to bed. But the second I lie down, I remember I can't get comfy in bed. I can't get comfy lying down. I try everything. I have so many pillows. I have maternity pillows, pregnancy pillows, even breastfeeding pillows, cushions. Nothing can get me comfy. Sitting down on the sofa is a nightmare. I literally had an argument, well, not an argument, but I was like fuming at my husband the other day. It's not his fault, but I was like, I hate this sofa, it's so uncomfy. And it's probably not, it's just me. Like, everything's just horrible at the minute. I can't get comfy on the sofa, I can't get comfy anywhere, whether I'm standing, sitting, lying down, regardless of what. It's at that point, and I just want to be like completely honest with you guys, because there's no point in me lying to yourselves, and there's no point in me looking back on this in years to come and being like, oh wow, it was amazing, because it just isn't, and it is what it is. And you'll have known from my other videos that I was extremely honest in them too, and obviously I adore every single one of my children. So the pregnancy part, nothing to do with it. I just basically want to say a disclaimer. And yeah, I saw somebody post that on Instagram, and it was quite sad that they even had to like explain themselves, because they obviously must complain about being pregnant. And I think their post said something along the lines of, just because I hate being pregnant doesn't mean I don't love my baby. And I was thinking, like, well, how any woman has to feel like they have to justify that is sad, but it really like related with me. So I just felt like that's basically me in every video, trying to like put little disclaimers out to you guys. That's like, I feel like all I do is complain, blah 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 blah, but at the end of the day, not everybody's going to enjoy being pregnant, but that doesn't mean that you don't want the baby at the end of it. Of course I want the baby at the end of it, I just don't enjoy the pregnancy. So yeah, and unfortunately I'm just one of them people where there's just not too much good things happening in the pregnancy, unfortunately. But yeah, just like to be completely honest with you guys and let you know, because people are obviously watching these videos for the real side of pregnancy, and it isn't what people make it out to be. I mean, it is to some people. Some people have a wonderful pregnancy. My first 2 pregnancies were an absolute breeze. These last 3, however, have been completely opposite, completely awful, so sick, so ill. Well, I say that again, another disclaimer, a lot of people have it a lot worse than me. I just feel physically, mentally, emotionally drained. I'm in pain constantly, 24/7. It's like chronic pain. Doesn't ever go away, nothing eases it up, nothing helps. It's at the point where it's just like, I'm either in excruciating pain or pain. There's no none. It's you're always in pain. It's just on a pain level now. It's like how would you rate your pain today? Between painful and you want to die in pain. Like, there's no in between anymore. There's no pain anymore. But we are nearing the end, so it's only going to get worse, but it's only going to get us nearer to the end. So yes. Anyway, that was very long-winded. Just felt like talking. I'm sure there's other stuff, but I just thought I'd fill you in on what happened last week. And yeah. Also, if you watched my decorating video, I did change this room around. The tree was over by the door, I moved it near the TV. I'll probably do another video about that separately, because if you're watching this, you're probably not interested in the decor. But yeah, I have changed my living room around. It does look loads better now, so I'm hoping to film that and show you guys. I've got my cute little sleigh down here. Found a place for him, he looks good there. And yeah, and I'm hoping to do a decorate with me of the upstairs. I'm thinking whether to put the other big tree in the nursery, because it is rose gold, in the girlies room, or whether to put it back up in my room again. The only problem is I'm not up there much. I'm only up there to sleep, so I don't know if it's going to be wasted up there, because you guys won't see it too much and I won't see it too much, because I literally only go upstairs to sleep. So I don't know if I can be bothered to decorate upstairs, but I don't know. Nothing to do with anything at this point. If I forgot anything, I'll try and like I don't always put it over on my Instagram. Like, if I forget things, I'll put it in my stories and update you guys. And yeah. I don't even know. Oh yeah, one more thing. We've all got some kind of cold, like snivels. The girlies have both got streaming noses, coughs, and just like a general flu-y thing. So that's fun. You probably hear it in my voice. So that's fun on top of everything else. But now the girlies have got it. They're not sick. They're just, they're just sort of snivelly and bunged up. But yes. So I will link my Instagram down below as always. Please like this video. Why did my mind go blank? Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.